Tempo is a reflection of the attitude of the person in charge. In other words, the perception that we have of the passing of time depends on our attitude, on our perception, on our doing. If we're having a great time, time flies. If we're getting bored, it looks like it's standing still. But after all, as I learned from Shiv Kira, tempo is an invention. Tempo doesn't exist. He says, time is eternity. He said, I just ran out of time. But, time doesn't exist. It's something we created to limit ourselves, to monitor our progress. And sometimes it becomes a limitation. But time doesn't exist. Time is eternity. Time is standing still. We come in and go away, so he says. And if you think that this is craziness, just try to ask your dog, your pet, your cat, what time is it? What do you think they're going to answer? Ask a tree, what time is it? Time is something that only human perceive because we create it. So this, I think, is a very important base to start to talk about time management.
You've had people come up to you and say, what time is it? What time is it? As if you personally were responsible for keeping time?
Upon the base, the common ground that time doesn't exist, it's a man-made thing, and that the only time that exists is actually here, this very moment, now, as I learned by reading the book, The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle, and we talked about this book briefly in more than one occasion in previous vlog entries. Let's break down a few suggestions of how I've been applying in managing myself in time. Now, I am no master, I am no guru, I am learning these very things myself day by day. But in a previous vlog entry, a vlog entry 27th in Italian, answering a few comments, suggestions, questions within a private group, the Italian group on WhatsApp of people, friends that are following our content on YouTube, I created this content inspired by their insights and them wanting to have my take on time management. And I came up with the first 4 basic suggestions. So in order to maximize the management of ourselves in time, not of our time, because we cannot own something that doesn't exist. The first thing, I guess, to do is to set goals. We gotta set goals for ourselves. As Seneca said, non esiste vento favorevole per il marinaio che non sa dove andare. That means that there isn't favorable wind to the sailor who doesn't know where he's going, who doesn't know where he's aiming to go. So goals are at the very base of our own management in time. After that, I mentioned that mentors are crucial figures in our management of time. Personally, I had the possibility, the opportunity to count on several mentors along my path. And mentors are not tutors. Tutors are people you pay. Mentors are people that are just willing to help you. And we'll talk more about it in another vlog. Now I'm just giving you the first basics, and then we'll talk more about these very basics by entry on the very subject. So we start with goals. Then mentors sped up my personal development and professional development growth and helped me with tangible, applicable suggestions along my path to manage myself in time. And the same did a mastermind group. The mastermind group is exactly... So the difference between a mentor is that the mentor is that someone that has already achieved what you are trying to achieve and is saving you time along your way, along the way of achieving that result. So he's guiding you by example, he's sharing his experience, he is pointing you in the right direction and helping you along that path, even letting you make mistakes along the way, because we don't learn by doing, we don't learn by words, we learn by doing, we learn by our direct experience. While a mastermind group can be made of people that can also have a similar background, a more modest amount of experience, and you're just getting along, simply sharing experiences, difficulties, and you're helping one another, but they are along the path, along the journey with you. They haven't completed it yet. And, nothing gets completed in life. You're just either getting it right, or you are learning something and improving. It's a never-ending journey. That being said, so we start with goals, and then we start by selecting our companions, the mastermind group and a mentor. And that's what really helped me. Even the content that I started to create on this channel was thanks to my mastermind group, who offered me not only support along the way, but inspiration, suggestions, tips, ideas to build upon. And then I talked about, always in this vlog entry 27th in Italian, about attention and monitoraggio. Monitoraggio is a tracking process, meaning attention. You gotta be focused about what you are doing in order to manage yourself in time the best way possible. You can't always get distracted, especially in today's world with all the social media. Like, if you want to do something, you gotta stick to it. You gotta be focused on it. You gotta learn how to say no to manage time. You can't just act upon each idea that comes your way. You gotta work and apply that. Work on that idea, develop that idea, apply that new habit, and so forth. And as I'm sharing these things, I'm thinking about all the mistakes that I am making these very days, and that I could implement myself to improve more effectively the management of myself in time. So we started with goals. We talked about, the first suggestion is set goals. The second suggestion is look for a mentor, attract a mentor into your life, get together with some friends, even people that you don't necessarily know, but that you're attracting along your path, and create your mastermind group. And then stay focused on your goal. With a big enough why, you can overcome almost anyhow. You gotta know why you want to achieve what you are setting to achieve. Keep in mind that goals are not important just for the achievement of something, the realization of that reality, but mainly, as Jim Rohn teaches us, goals are crucial for the person that they will make of us to achieve them. So think about the personal development that comes from the journey that leads you to the achievement of that goal. And lastly, from these first steps is monitoraggio. Monitoraggio in English would be tracking, track your progress. That's what I do, at least, and that's what I'm sharing. I can't share something that I have personally experienced. So I like to track myself and how much time of my day I allocate to the tasks that I dedicate myself to. I'm tracking myself at this very moment to see how much it's taking me to create this content. 25 minutes on to create this much content as of right now. So I am tracking myself. I'm monitoring how much time I'm dedicating to each activity. I review this progress weekly and monthly to see if I am wasting my time, how much time I'm dedicating to what. Because if I'm not tracking it, I don't know where time goes. It's just I'm tracking my spending, I'm tracking my investing, I'm tracking everything that's related to money. So why should we not track how we manage the most valuable resource we have available? Because we can make more money, but we can't have more time, as Jim Rohn teaches us. So tracking. So these are the first most valuable step, according to my experience, to start managing ourselves effectively in time. Set goals, get partners like a mentor that can teach you, or a mastermind group, then stay focused and track your progress.
Sometimes they'll say, "Do you know what time it is?" And I say, "Yes." I hate to disappoint them, but there is no time.
Yes, of course, it takes time to track ourselves and our progress. But first of all, as I said earlier, I cannot share something that I have not yet experienced myself. So I have a lot of experience with tracking myself, and that works for me. But again, there are countless ways of managing ourselves in time. So learn from everybody and then pick your own habits. There is something that works best for me that necessarily does not work for another person. So in everything we do, we gotta be students, not just merely followers. So it's up to us. Gather as much knowledge, insights, inspiration as you can, and then make your own decision based on your values, priorities, and goals. But back about tracking. It takes time to track ourselves and our progress. But numbers are crucial to understand our progress. We cannot improve the management of something unless we measure it. As Jim Rohn says, I don't need a story. I need what? A number. What can a number tell me? Everything. So we gotta track in order to know how we can improve, where we are spending too much time, where or how else we could be investing that time. So it's crucial. And then back to Jim Rohn, as he says, we gotta make measurable progress in reasonable time. So how can we measure our progress unless we record them in history? So we gotta record them first and then review them with discipline.
It's vague. That's all I'm saying. It's very vague how we treat time. We have all these wonderful expressions. We say now. Now is an interesting one. When? Now. You want that now? Yes. Well, would you like to try again?
If you've been dedicating yourself, your time, to the content that we create and that we share through our various social media, you might know that we like to talk about, to treat very serious subjects, but always without taking it or taking them or taking us too seriously. That's why I inserted a few clips by George Carlin, because by reflecting upon it, and I'm talking about the management of the most valuable, precious resource we have in our lives, it makes me not laugh, but it's kind of funny that the most valuable resource we have is something that doesn't exist. Because as I said in the beginning of this vlog entry, time, it's a creation. And the perception that we have of it depends on our very creation. Actually, two of the most valuable resources, or those that we dedicate the most time and effort to, which is saving time and investing money, are both of them don't have intrinsic value. They don't exist. They are abstract. So we'll get into more of this topic if you want to, based on the comments that I will be receiving over time. But I didn't want to take myself too seriously as we normally do. The point is that it's right to do our best to improve over time, to set goals, but with the awareness that nothing counts more than the present moment and what we have already. So it's up to us to appreciate what we have while pursuing what we want. For example, I've been trying since January 1st to create an average of a vlog entry per day. But lately, I haven't been wanting it. I haven't been disciplined enough with maintaining this habit, simply because my parents were here visiting from Europe. And I don't see them very frequently. I've seen them last year. And so while they were here, I wanted to dedicate myself and my time to them, enjoying the present together. And I regret those moments that I didn't fully dedicate myself to them, to being with them. So, because after all the money we're making of the real estate we're buying, the precious metals, the options, the stock we're trading, and all this jazz counts nothing unless we enjoy what we already have and the present with the people we love. So in light of all this, even last night, I could have stayed here. I invested most of my time yesterday catching up with the things that I imposed myself to do. And I did great. I felt great about myself and my progress yesterday. And then at the end of the day, I said, okay, I can do the English vlog and be at peace with myself. But why do I do all these things for? First of all, because I enjoy them, to feel good about myself, to stay at pace with all my ambitions along the path of achieving my goals, sharing the path, sharing the joy, sharing the knowledge, getting better together. But at the end of the day, all these, it's so that when I get there into this imaginary place, I can invest, I can enjoy the present with my loved ones. So, my loved ones. I don't know where to put the D's, sometimes I don't know where to put the S's, but that's beside all this. So last night, I was here, and I thought, okay, we went out for a run. Eva, my wife, followed me with a bicycle and said, when I come back, I'm gonna be vlogging. And then I figured, why should I be vlogging? I can vlog tomorrow. Now I wanna be with you. And we play a board game, we watch the movie, we stay together. Because that's what's most important to me. I dedicate myself to make as much money as possible, to generate as much automatic income as I can, so that I can enjoy time with the people that I love and I care about the most. But I can do that already while I'm getting there. So managing ourselves in time is crucial for the achievement of our goals, without forgetting that along the way, because life, it's a journey, as Bill Hicks says, life is just a ride, it's paramount to enjoy the present, what we already have. So I hope you find these insights valuable. So let's close today's vlog by reading one of Abraham Hicks' cards, and then I'll see you tomorrow, maybe, for the Italian vlog. I can have money and freedom too. A feeling of being overwhelmed is your indicator that you are denying yourself access to all manner of cooperation that could assist you if you were not disallowing it. So don't feel overwhelmed. Enjoy the present while pursuing what you want. As you begin to feel freer regarding the expenditure of time and money, doors will open, people will come to assist you, refreshing and productive ideas will occur to you, and circumstances and events will unfold. As you change the way you feel, you access the energy that creates worlds. It is there for your ready access at all times. It's just up to us to gain the awareness, the consciousness, the perspective to understand, remember ourselves that this is it, that we have control of our perceptions, of our thoughts, of our understanding, and over the control of our thoughts, thus our actions that allow us to have an abundant mindset about time and money, as Abraham Hicks remembers us. Guys, I'm not inviting you to believe these things. I'm just sharing what I like, what I enjoy, what I practice as much as possible. And I encourage you to question all these ideas, thoughts, knowledge that we're sharing, and look into these mentors, into these speakers that I'm mentioning along my journey through this vlog. Today we mentioned Shiv Kira and Abraham Hicks. look them up. Let me know maybe in the comments if you like what you think about them and our content. And in the meantime, thank you very much for the time you've dedicated to our content again, and be better with books. Improve your thinking by reading to improve.
This video has been brought to you
By us at
Real Estate Helpful Solutions.
We Buy Houses, helping people.
To find out more about how we can be of help, text or call us at 727-366-6916 or send us an email at the email address you see in the photo.